Sanibonani dumalang goeie aand, afternoon, bon dia. Welcome to episode 30, titled Checkmate and Meditate. So I was given, or this title, I guess, came into my awareness a couple of days ago. And I've been pondering on why on earth is this message kind of unveiling itself to me, or what has prompted the hearing or the curiosity for it. So I went and I checked out, well, what does checkmate actually mean? So yes, here's me and my notes. So I'm just going to read out what the word checkmate means. A position in which a player's king is directly attacked by an opponent's piece or pawn and has no possible move to escape the check. The attacking player thus wins the game. I thought. So I was contemplating about it and just wondering, okay, but how does like the game of chess relate to life? And then that opened up a couple more avenues for me. And I was thinking to myself, well, when we play chess, there's the black side and then there's the white side. And no, this is not a racial thing, guys. This is the duality that is life. The yin to the yang, the dark to the light, opposites. And I was like, okay, so chess is a very powerful game which represents the duality that is life. Okay, let's go a little further. Then within the chess game or the board, you have different players that can move in different ways. The pawns, the knights, the bishops, the kings, the castles. You get the premise. But they can all move in unique and different ways. And I was like, well, that's an interesting analogy as well, right? Because us as humans all have these unique gifts. I mean, just look at our bodies. Some of us can contort in different ways than someone else. Someone is tall, another person is short. So we're all unique and different, and therefore we are able to move and maneuver in different ways. I thought. The piece we want to use is dependent on the objective that we are trying to establish. Sounds similar, like in everyday life. And as I began to ponder this and think and reflect and contemplate on how the game of chess is directly related. Oh, hello, fly. It was interesting. It clearly came to give me a message. How the game of chess is directly associated and linked with life, I began to get a little bit more curious. And I thought, but how does this kind of still relate to meditation? And the first thing I thought of was this exact statement, or what the meaning of checkmate meant or means. And I thought, well, it's interesting because when I come and I sit down to meditate in the traditional form of meditation of stilling the mind, focusing on the breath, going within, observing the noise and the chatter within the mind state, and focusing on the body and the sensations arising, that kind of meditation. I was just thinking about the aspect of how do we feel. Imagine playing a game of chess right now. Imagine we're busy playing and I have just checkmated you. Game is over. That's it. How do you feel at that very particular point in time? Are you replaying all the moves you could have done, should have done, would have done? Are you reflecting on the game and going, bloody hell, that was a marvelous game. I really enjoyed that, even though I was checkmated. I love that game. Or do you get angry and upset because you've lost? What are all the emotional aspects and elements and triggers? What are the words and sentences and phrases that start coming up within the mental mind once you've been checkmated? And I thought it's just so interesting that checkmate and meditation, I guess, came together. And when I personally sit down to meditate, especially in the initial beginning phases of meditating, there was a lot of noise going on. There was a lot of chatter and probably like less observation. Just trying to like get through the game. Just trying to get through the game. Trying to get through the 10 minutes and then 15 minutes and then 20 minutes. And some days it's still like that. But as you play the game more, and as you understand the power and the importance of duality, and you become a little bit more familiar with the players in the game and how they operate and how they maneuver, the mind becomes far more still because there's greater poise, there's greater calm, there's greater peace and understanding surrounding the rules of operation within this game, as well as the understanding of how these players or these pieces within the game can move. And I feel that's just such a powerful analogy to draw on when reviewing or thinking about life, but more specifically when we take time to reflect and observe our engagement, our behavior, and our interaction, and subsequently our perceptions and belief systems within this life. When you're being checkmated or you checkmate someone, how do you respond? Does your ego go through the roof and you start making fun at the person who has been checkmated? Do you chuckle up a few jokes? Do you accept the victory humbly? I don't know. None of it's wrong. This is just an observation and an analogy to observe yourself a little bit closer the next time you perhaps play a simple game of chess. Just observe. And more importantly, don't just observe yourself playing the game, but observe the other and witness their behavior, definitely within the chessboard, and subsequently off and outside of the chessboard. So, magical humans, it's 8:30 as I look up on the clock, and I'm pausing for a moment. Something I'm learning to do. Just to see if there's any other thoughts or words surrounding this particular message that wants to come through to me in this here now moment. I guess the final thing that I want to share is, what is your state at the end of every game? Is winning the game the only objective you have? Is enjoying the process of the game the objective that you have? How do you feel when you lose? How do you feel when you win? And what is the mental, or what are those phrases that are going on within your mind as you are playing the game? Are you belittling yourself? Are you belittling the other? Are you pipping yourself up? Come on, girl, you got this. Or are you frustrated, angry, Or do you perhaps approach the game with a sense of curiosity? Neither is wrong or right. Just like there is no wrong to black, there is no wrong to white. It just simply is. So your emotions and how you're feeling and how you're playing the game